everybody, welcome to Falcon Checks Out Dead State. If you're wondering what Dead State's all about, very good question to start the video off with, I would say. In its literal core, let's call it a survival strategy RPG game, and with a lot of zombies, and that's essentially what this game is. Think of something along the lines of like State of Decay or something, or maybe even Project Zomboid, where what you're trying to do is trying to go out, fortify your base, try to keep rations and everything to that nature. It's more a bit like State of Decay in the fact that there's going to be a big emphasis on a big party and keeping people happy, keeping the morale up, and keeping your area secure. And then the strategy option comes in when you're actually in battle, because the game doesn't kind of work as your typical hack and slash type of zombie game. It's going to be mostly focused on a strategy RPG grid-based system. So I found that to be really intriguing, just because, you know, most zombie games tend to be a little bit more, you know, hack and slash, you know, like all up in your face, a fast action type of thing. So I like the whole really strategy focus of the battle itself, because, you know, I'm a big fan of games like, you know, Xenonauts, XCOM, you know, other strategy RPGs out there. So that's what I really found really interesting about it. Something along the lines of Jagged Alliance, you could even say, but, you know, so forth and so forth. That all said and done, let's actually get into the game here. I will just kind of note that this is an early access game. So here we're going to create our character. Really basic. So let me go with a male. I kind of already have an idea who I want to use here. What is this guy? What is going on with the spiked ball chain? What are you, like some sort of masochist, my friend? Reminds me of, like, you know, people I would see in high school. I never got that far. I'm gonna just throw that out there right now. I mean, sure, I wore my heavy metal stuff and whatnot, but I never wore the studded ball necklace shirt here. Or necklace I should say, not a shirt. What is going on with this haircut? This guy's a really snazzy haircut. Is that a tattoo on your neck too? Man, this guy's seen some, oh my god, we gotta go with this guy, right? I just recently saw American Me, so I kinda have the whole Vato Loco thing going on over here. Let's see, who is closer to, I guess we have to stick to that one, right? Yeah, I guess that would be Vato Loco. If it was up to me, you'd be wearing, like, you know, khaki pants and, like, you know, I guess you have a button-down shirt. Maybe we could just kind of button the top one off and then open up the rest of them, and you can just be like, hey, orale! I'm just so easily influenced by pop culture, apparently. Either way, so yeah, we're gonna go with Vato Loco over here, I kinda like it. Next. Gotta name him, yes! John Smith? No, he's not John Smith at all. This is Vato Loco, my friends. Alrighty, this guy's seen some hard shit, man. Zombies don't faze him. Never really seen a gangster in your Vato type of gangster in a zombie situation now that I think about it, or have I? That doesn't sound so familiar to me. Alrighty. Over here we're gonna be doing a custom build, because we wanna put skills in as to our liking. Now, mind you, I haven't played this game, so if you are familiar with this game and you see me making wrong decisions here, I apologize. Again, I'm just gonna go with kind of what feels right to me. So I'm gonna make him a little bit of an agility-based type of striker. Perception. Give a little bit of perception here. A little bit of vigor so I could at least take some hits, but majority is gonna be based on just fast strikes, so I think that's gonna be pretty good. In terms of skills, I am gonna go with melee, obviously. This will open up, when you have a certain amount of skills placed in somewhere, you will open up perks that you could use in battle and things of that nature. I'm gonna be going with backstab. Sounds pretty good. Let's go with backstab over here. And then, let's see. Let's do leadership. This will give you the go perk. Allows for an ally of your choosing to bump up their move order and go next. Nice. Alrighty. So that could be good. Is there anything else that comes over here? Aim for the head and don't panic. Keeps allies from going into panic or removes them from 1 for 3 turns. Aim for the head. Improve party chances to hit undead by 2.5 for 3 rounds. That could be pretty good, at least for aiming purposes, because, you know, I hate missing in games, especially when RNG is involved. But don't panic might be good too. Let me go for aim for the head. Alrighty, and then we have a few more here to do. How about we do something like, survival, how well the character survives in the outdoor environment, fast travel in the area map, harvesting on the area map, actively avoid random encounters. That could be pretty good too. Let's do some survival. Survey. The player keen senses have increased their survey range of the world map by 50%. The player's bond with nature has allowed them to increase their maximum harvesting amount by 2.5. Let me do Forager. I kind of like that whole ordeal of finding more loot out there. And we have 3 more points left. I'm not sure we could get anything else in terms of survival or melee or leadership in terms of perks. We could probably get something else over here, like negotiation would be pretty good as well. Not enough to get a level or a perk for him though. That's a shame. Alrighty, that's my dude. Let's start off the game. Yeah, that's just go on game, right? Go on. You wake up to the sound of people arguing. Your body is stiff and you can smell the unmistakable scent of rubbing alcohol. You feel like you've been sleeping off a horrible fever. Well, it's not rubbing alcohol, you're smelling right there, Vato Loco. You're up to some sketchy stuff, my friend, and rubbing alcohol is the least of your worries. The last thing you remember is the plane going down. Food? Should I do voices for these people? I can't do the female voices. It just hurts my throat when I try to get high-pitched. Food? Who cares about food when you've got a huge hole in that fence? If we don't fix it, they're going to walk right in here. I know, Mom. But who's going to risk going out there? You, me, Joel? Gotta make her sound so annoying, I'm not sure why. That's gonna be like, what, some sort of cop. I suppose I should be the one to go, being the cop and all. Kinda nice if someone was watching my back. Not my Renee, that's for damn sure. Let's not panic yet, alright? Then I have the option of saying something here. Alrighty, who the fuck are you people? Where am I? I think that sounds pretty good. Hey now, no reason for that kind of language? Oh, you're up. Oh, no shit, man, I just fucking talked to you, right? He's up, he can sing! Little Planet of the Apes thing there. Easy, I realize you have no idea where you are right now, but you're safe, you're in the basement of a school. I'm Davis. Are you the man on the wheelchair, Davis? Are you like the boss around here? You're like Professor X, are we mutants now? This is Anita. You should thank your lucky stars that my daughter was here. Mom! That's Renee, Anita's daughter. I'm not sure why I'm making her sound so annoying. Hi, good to see you're finally up. Behind her is Elaine, she's still recovering. And that's Joel. Who's Joe? The cop. Alright, gotcha. That's me, I'm Joel. Officer Joel. I guess technically it'd be Officer Oswald, but you can call me Joel. Heck, any of those will do. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Do you remember the plane crash? No. I don't, as a matter of fact. Can you tell me about this plane crash? Not really. I can't remember much of anything. Yeah, let's go with that one. You don't remember anything? Must have been the head trauma. You're physically fine as far as I can tell. I'm not really sure what I can do about the memory loss. I know who I am, I just remember the crash. That sounds good. You're in Texas, Central Texas, a town called Splendid. We're in the basement of the local school. Texas? Ah, shit. Why? Who would say that? Texas? Ah, shit. Is he disappointed he's in Texas? What, do you have like a fucking raging hard-on against Texas or something? This isn't where I belong. I can't stay here. I lived in Texas my whole life and I've never heard of Splendid. I guess I'm home, kind of. Let's go with this isn't where I belong. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're pretty much stuck here. We all are. But don't worry, we have food, facilities, a generator, and it's secure. Secure? What does that mean? The hell I am? Hey, thanks for everything, but I'm out of here. You can't keep me down here? What are you gonna do to stop me? Let's see what does secure mean. I don't think you understand it. Outside, it's not safe anymore. Everything's changed. You were on the last flight before they grounded the planes. They were trying to control the spread of a pandemic. It didn't work. Martial law was declared, shelters were open, people were evacuated. Those that stayed behind. What does this guy give me the speech from Ghostbusters over here? Like me and the whole Splendid Police Department, all three of us. We were just trying to get to the last few people out of the area, then your plane went down. Most of them were already... You see, the real danger out there right now is... There are things out there. Now's not the time. I agree. Look, this is a lot to take in. Why don't you come talk to me when you're ready? Alrighty. And this will tell you a little bit about how to move and things of that nature, but I already know that, so we're gonna ignore that and, you know, you just kind of follow along my lead here. You move around really basically though, you know, you click somewhere, he'll walk over there, you double click, he'll run over there, you know, pretty basic mechanics. We need to talk to Davis still. Think you're up to talking about our situation now? Sure. Good, I'll get the others. What I'm about to tell you is going to be difficult to believe. In fact, it's hard to accept even when you've seen it with your own eyes. I'll say. I don't know if anything can shock me anymore. Let me explain. The illness that was going around, it doesn't just kill or make people lose their mind. It might not even be a virus. It's the end of the world, as you know it, and I feel fine. I didn't really say that on screen, I'm just, you know, ad-libbing some lyrics there. Just throwing that out there. In case you're wondering, wait a minute, Falcon, it doesn't say that there. Either way. Mom, we don't know that. Please, just tell me. The dead are coming back to life. Not all of them, but people that are bit or killed by them, they seek out and attack the living. From what we know, it's not just here, it's everywhere, all over the world. Come on, this is some sort of reality TV stunt, or this is some kind of apocalyptic cult. Is that it? Reality TV stunt, who says that? Who honestly says that? I'm done here, fuck this, give me the key, I'm out of here. That sounds like something I would say. There's nowhere to go around here. I mean, the only secure place in town right now is this basement. That's what I wanted to discuss. Fine, let's hear it. We don't know how long we're going to be here for, and the basement isn't really a long-term solution. We've got enough food to last us another week or so, but we're going to need to secure the entire school. What do we need to make that happen? The fence around the school has been refinished when when the town was evacuated. There's a whole section missing, which I've seen what's out there. We're not safe. If those things find a way out, we're inside. If those things find out, we're inside. If we want to move into the schools upstairs, we're going to have to finish the fence. It's not completely down. With the proper supplies, we could fix it in a day. Can't get very far. We drain the fuel in the cars to power the generator. There's a hardware store over in Lano. It's a bit of a walk, but it's our best bet. You're going to want to bring a toolbox and as many spare parts as you can. Getting that fence up is our only option. Okay, I can do that. Wait, just the two of us? There's strength in numbers. Someone else has to come. What kind of backwater town doesn't have a goddamn hardware store? Why is my dude such an asshole? Let me actually choose that option. It has its charms. We used to have a frozen yogurt place. Till the sinkhole. Fine, let's just get this over with. I'll go, but someone else has to come along. Not just two people, man. Fuck that. We're going to need someone to stay here and help me secure the windows and doors upstairs, but I can't volunteer anyone else. Don't even think about taking my Renee. There's no way I'm letting my little girl go out there. Mom, please, I can take care of myself. And what if someone gets hurt? I'm the only one here with any medical training. That sounds really good. So I might have to take Renee after all. Take me if you have to. I don't have to fight. I don't want to have to fight, but you don't have a big rig for 10 years without learning how to bust some heads. So we have a fighter and we have a med person, huh? Oh no, you don't, Mom. Oh no, you don't. It feels like I'm talking like I'm doing something out of like Maury Povich or something. Oh no, you didn't, Mom. Whatever. If anything happened to you, do I need a medic or do I need another fighter? I'm gonna say the medic, man. If anything happens to her, I'm holding you personally responsible. Understand? I like how complacent she asks, like, you know, if someone were to tell me I'm gonna take your son on this expedition with zombies outside, I'd fight tooth and nail to make sure that didn't happen. With her, she initially was like, fuck that, and then after me picking her, it was like, alright, I understand. But if something happens to her... It's just very, like, you know, quickly giving in, but that's fine. Okay, it's decided. You three go to the hardware store in Lano and get a toolbox and the spare parts you can carry. We'll secure the school's first floor while you're gone. Understood? Let's go. Alrighty. And this right here will tell you about looting this survivor's bag over here, which we should do. This will give you the... Stop it, game. I got this. I got this under control, game, okay? Don't worry. Just relax. This will tell you how you could, you know, loot places in games, you know. Think of something like Project Zomboid or even, again, State of Decay. You could go into air, like, you know, little crevices, little boxes, etc., etc. You'll find items in there, you loot them. There's also a weight system you have to kind of consider here. So each character has a particular amount of weight that they can carry, so you have to keep that in mind. So right now we want to take everything from over this survivor's bag and bring it with us. Now mind you, everything that we just picked up right now is not necessarily needed to go out. You don't need to carry food with you because you don't use food to heal yourself. You need the medical supplies for that. And obviously weapons is pretty self-explanatory. So before we actually do head out, we will want to be dumping off some of that stuff into our stock shelter. And the stock shelter is what we use to essentially keep the morale up and then keep people happy. And also just things around that you need in the shelter to survive. What I want to do right now is actually pick up these items over here. It's always good in a game like this to kind of look around and see what else you can loot. So we got the stuff from the basement shelf. Am I missing anything else over here? Can I check this basement shelf off? Nope. I got Vato Undamaged. What a great name. I think that would have been like the greatest decision of all time right there. Thank you, American Me and Edward James Olmos. How do I reach these kids? Alrighty, let's go back up to the first floor here. Alrighty. The first floor, this will tell you basically that you want to dump off what I already told you. You want to dump off all the extra items that you got into the base shelter, which is indicated by this over here. So we'll come over here, and I got this, game, relax, I got this. And what you can do here is that this here will also be a quote-unquote type of character equip area at the same time. So I could, for all intents and purposes, bring the wrench up here into weapon slot 1. And I could put the knife over here into weapon slot 2. Bandages, you want to put them into your medical satchel, because this is what you're going to use to heal. But in order to use this, you need to have it charged. Right now it says 0 of 20. If I put these bandages in here, it'll say 5 of 20. So boom, we're going to put that in item slot number 1. All this other stuff here is just basically luxury items or parts that we need around the base, so we don't need to take this with us. So everything over here is just going to go and hang out over there. You know, by the way, considering my dude is named Bato Loco, I'm pretty sure this toothbrush, I could, you know, make a weapon out of that, you know. I didn't spend all those years in Quentin, you know, without having to shank a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there. I'm sorry, I just recently watched that movie, and I think I watched it after I saw Boys in the Hood as well, and, you know, I'm like, all my street hood is coming out right now. And this will tell you if you hit up G. Not hit up bot the logo, but if you hit G, it'll tell you the goal list. Some of these will be persistent goals, like, things to increase morale, and then you'll have, like, one-time goals, which is, like, for instance, fix the fence that we have to do right now. That's basically what this is going to tell you over here, so we don't need to go through all that jazz when, you have Falcon over here steering the truck. We're on a highway to hell with Falcon on the wheel, that's for sure. Before you leave, try to walk around the shelter, right? And this is telling you that before you leave, you could, go around and talk to people and things of that nature. Everybody kind of has their own place that they normally hang out at. There's a school locker here. So before we move on, what I will be doing is, where's my dude at? Dude, where'd you go? Bato? Oh, there he's right there. Bato, do me a favor, come to the school locker. You can't move to that target. Okay. Look, You're not the boss of me, I am the boss of you. You come over here. We're gonna go over to this locker and just loot this area. Can I loot these lockers? I'd imagine you could, right? Mind you, I haven't played this game much. I just played around this part and I didn't really take a look around at everything here. So let me open this door up. There's a school locker here. Ooh, there's some good stuff in here. What is this? A magazine? This is a magazine from a month before the outbreak. It reminds people of previous life. A luxury item, promotes morale. Stocked at the shelter. So we have that. We have some toothpaste. We have some protein bars, some candy, snack cake, playing cards. Nice. We have some paint scents too, huh? Promotes morale. So yeah, so we're gonna grab all of this obviously, and we're gonna just dump that into the shelter because we don't need to carry that with us outside. There's some restrooms over here. At the very least, we could, shower and everything because we are at a school. You know what? I never really thought about a school being a really good place to kind of hide out in a apocalyptic scenario. But you know what? Now that I think about it, it's not really bad. I mean, they do have a lot of things to kind of, keep your people, I guess, kind of safe in a sense, or at least like, showers and things of that nature. But, usually my ideal situation when people always ask me, what would you choose? Maybe it's just because I'm a big fan of Dawn of the Dead, but it's got to be a mod at all times, right? Notebook. Notebooks have become more popular since the computer stopped being an option. Some people have taken to writing journals or drawing to help them cope with their situation. It's a luxury item, promotes morale. We have some codeine. Nice. We could put this into the medical statue. Excellent. And we got a protein bar and we got more magazines, so we'll grab all of this right here. So yeah, I'm not sure it's just because of my whole big fandom of Dawn of the Dead, but people always ask me, what is your ideal zombie situation? It's always, oh, a mall, man. It's gotta be a mall. Why? Because, there's just so many things right there. I mean, if Dead Rising taught me anything, is that malls are the shit when this type of situation happens. Now, is there anything else over here that I could kind of loot before we continue going forward here? I could go talk to people, and I will talk to somebody right now or a few people just to kind of give you guys an idea as to how the morale system kind of works here. Everybody kind of has like their own little requests to kind of keep them happy, and I would imagine that keeping them happy is going to be a really important part of the game. Again, I haven't really gotten that far myself, so I can't really say for sure, but common sense would dictate that it is going to be a really big, important part of the game. I could go upstairs, but, fuck that. So over here we have Renee, who is the daughter of Anita. Let me go talk to Anita first. Is that like Anita or Sarkeesian? If it is, no. Alright, well, you know what? Forgot. You could also loot the soda machine over here, and we should do that. Let's grab this stuff over here. There is another vending machine over here that I can snatch up. This I've already done before, so I know that it's over here. And then there's going to be 2 more snack machines over here. And again, you could just run by double-clicking over to the area that you want to go to. And you might want to do that unless you're outside in, combat and you want to not draw suspicion to yourself. Alrighty, so let's talk to Anita over here to get a few of the flavor text. What is it? Anything that could improve your mood. I mean, that's what she sounds like to me. What is it? I'm so angry. Look at my face. Look at my character portrait. I'm really grumpy. I'm a truck driver. Vroom vroom. I don't know why she makes the sound effects of a truck, but that's besides the point. Anything that would improve your mood? Can I ask you something? Yeah, let's see about improving moods. I will love some deodorant, especially if we're rationing water, and I'm a sucker for chocolates. I'll go look for some. So deodorant, you don't really think about deodorant too often in a post-apocalypse scenario now, do you? You could also talk to her a bit more, and the other thing she will tell you is that, she, if you ask her what she, excels at, she'll mention that she could be like a decent fighter. Renee will be the same thing, but with Renee, instead of telling you she's a decent fighter, she'll say that she has some medical experience. Let's see. How's your head? It's fine. Shitty. I'd rather be alone right now, excuse me. What a total dick. It's shitty. I did the best I could. Wasn't good enough now, was it, Renee? Thanks, I'm grateful. I wish you had just let me die. Dude, what is this guy's apathetic problem, dude? He's such a total dickbag. It was nothing. Well, it was you. We're pretty beat up, but I'm just glad I could help. You're too young to be a doctor. Alright, so here I'm gonna skip this just for the sake of getting something going on. Essentially, the flavor text is that, you know, she is studying to be a veterinarian. So, she doesn't even work on humans, but, you know, considering the situation, a veterinarian is the closest thing they have to a doctor, so, you know, she is now Dr. Doogie Howser, quote-unquote. And we got Joel over here. Joel will do the same thing. He'll tell you that he was a cop. He's gonna be kind of more of a ranged fighter, even though he's never killed anybody with that gun. And you could even ask him if you could, you know, since he's not gonna use the gun, if he could part ways with it, and he'll be like, no! In the police academy, they told me never to relinquish my gun. So I'm not sure why he sounds that way, but that's the gist of it. And then Davis will just be like, hey, the fence needs to be built, Falcon. And I'm like, don't call me Falcon, call me Vato Loco, bitch. Alrighty, so that's essentially what's going on over here. We'll get more into that as we go on to the episodes further and further into the series itself, assuming it becomes a series. Up to you guys if you guys would like to see more of this. And we'll go more into depth and things of that nature. But right now, this is kind of like the tutorial portion, so I'm being a little bit more fast-paced about it. Because if you've seen a Dead State video before, you kind of know what to expect. So, we have, you know what? I need to dump off the extra items I found before we book it outside. Otherwise, we're going to be over encumbered, and that could be a detrimental part once we go outside. So let me go back to the shelter over really here quickly, and we will be dropping off all the extra stuff we found. Now, the one thing I have not figured out how to use yet, and it bothers me, is that I'm not sure, like, you know how the Anita told us that she was interested in chocolate and deodorant, right? Well, I'm not even sure how. Sanitary pads? Oh my lord. I don't even know how to give that woman chocolate. Like, I've talked to her with chocolate in my inventory and it just doesn't come up. So I'm not entirely sure how that works. Got some energy drinks here. I'm going to put this into the satchel. Excellent. Alrighty. So now that we've basically gotten rid of everything we don't need, we can start going outside and checking out what the outside world is all about. In order to do that, all you have to do is kind of go outside and step into this blue marker over here, which will open up the world map for us, and that's exactly where we're going to be going right now. Hey, you, are you going there? You better be. Alright, so there he goes, he's jogging along. Zoom in a little bit here, let's go into the M. Cool. So this will tell you right now how this works. Oh, you just look at this map. Bison. How this works essentially is that when you go out, I could read that over there, but fuck that, man. I'm a better guide and tutorial than that thing. It's really not true, but whatever. When you go out scavenging for items or finding items for missions and, you know, just scavenging about, you can obviously be encountering zombies and things of that nature. The one thing you want to take notice of is this over here. You see how it says 8 AM? If you go out, you have to make it back before midnight. If you don't make it back before midnight, it is game over, and that is no good for anybody involved. So that is going to be the thing that we have to keep a focus on, is that if we don't make it back before midnight, game over for us. So getting somewhere and getting back to base is going to have to be really important. We have to make sure that we're doing that properly. Otherwise, if we overshoot it a bit or undershoot it a bit, we could be, you know, fucked completely. So that would be the troubling point over here. So we're going to be going over to Lawn and Commercial. So over here, as you can see, from there to there's going to be walking distance. So we're not really walking distance. We have to walk, what is it, 2 hours? An hour and 37 minutes. Now, you could also travel with cars, and that will let you travel further on, but you need gasoline for that. You could also travel with horses. However, horses, to my knowledge, are not been implemented just yet, but it is something that they're going to be doing really soon. So, but in order to have horses, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to feed them too. So one way or another, you're going to have to be using either gasoline or food to travel further distances and whatnot. Otherwise, you have to run there or walk there, and, you know, that could be a problem, especially if you need to travel far off. Alrighty, so this right here is going to be our cutoff point for today. I know I'm kind of leaving off in a little bit of a scummy situation, considering we're going to finally get into some combat and run into some zombies over here, but I don't want the video to run too long. So I just wanted to give you an introduction to Dead State for this part, and I know I did not a great job just focusing on it too much, but we will as the series progresses, if it does progress. And if you would like to see more of Dead Space, let me know by leaving a like and leaving a comment below. The interest and the support always does mean a lot. Other than that, guys, I will catch you next time.